It's Friday, April 3rd, 2026, and we got some more severe weather still on its way. So I'm going to talk about what you need to know about this upcoming severe weather chance, because we got tornadoes being possible, we got hail being possible, and we got damaging winds being possible. So let's jump straight into today's video. So I want to start off with our day one outlook for today, Friday, April 3rd. As you can see here, we do have a chance for severe weather today if you live in parts of the Midwest to the Ohio Valley over there towards the southern plains. A few severe storms will be a potential today. As you can see here, we got this green marginal risk that kind of goes from parts of Texas up towards the southern Wisconsin down towards Ohio, where a few scattered severe thunderstorms will be a potential today. And yeah, mainly a damaging wind threat inside that marginal hail risk is going to be a potential, though, as well. Same thing for the slight risk. We got a chance for severe weather in there. Then we got this enhanced risk that we got to be watching the most today, where some severe thunderstorms is going to be possible. Damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes will even be a potential. As you can see here, here's our day one tornado risk for today. We got that 5% tornado risk in northern Missouri, southeastern Iowa, and northwestern Illinois. You got a 5% tornado risk. Then we got that 2% tornado risk, which is that green, going from parts of northern Texas up towards northern Indiana, where a isolated tornado or two will be a potential, but we're mainly watching this 5%, but like the 2% and the 5% are the probabilities. If you see these dashed lines, that's the tornado conditional intensity group 1. The 2% and the 5%, those are the probabilities. So if a tornado occurs inside of that SIG 1, group 1 risk, it could be strong. Not saying every tornado is going to be strong, but there's definitely still going to be a potential that we could see a few strong tornadoes today. If you check out the wind outlook here, we can see damaging winds. So these are the areas to watch most for damaging winds today. As you can see there, we got that 30% wind risk, and then we got that 10% wind risk, and then a 5% wind risk. So the damaging winds is going to be a concern today, including potentially around 70 mile per hour winds possible inside this 30%. But yeah. If we check out our hail risk, the hail is not too crazy, but there's a potential that we could see some big ones, especially in southern Iowa and northern Missouri. But hail is also going to be a potential as well. So make sure you're shopping down unsecured objects. Make sure you're parking your car in a garage so that doesn't get damaged by hail. Make sure you have an alerts on to stay weather aware, because some of this could go into the overnight hours as well. So yes, let's switch over to the future radar here to see these storms, and let's talk about some of the timing of them. Okay, so if we switch over to the HRRR future radar, they'll start developing from the afternoon into the evening. So here is the HRRR future radar, the afternoon into the evening, and then maybe even into the overnight hours. We've got to be watching for potential severe thunderstorms. So tornadoes, severe winds, and hail are all going to be on the table. So if we push this up a little bit, you can see we're going to have some of this snow up here. Okay, we're going to have some snow, maybe some ice potential up here in the South Carolina areas. Some snow, some ice maybe, and then you can see we might have a few storms start to pop up right here. Around 11 a.m. Eastern, and if we push this up even more, around 2 p.m., you can see some of those storms start to develop. Then they'll really start to get going around 6 p.m. We'll have like a line of storms, be more of a QLCS type of threat, as well turn into a quasi-linear convective system. So it'll turn into more of a linear type of storm unless we get any supercells or those discrete cells to pop up in front of it. Then we could see more of a bigger tornado threat. But as you can see there, we're going to have that line of storms push through, and I think they should expand this down here, but I'm not the professional, but I think they have that. There's a chance that they could do that, so the SPC could expand that enhanced risk. Then you can see some of these storms that might pop up down here in parts of Indiana and Ohio around midnight. So yeah, we're going to have some potential thunderstorms that we're going to be watching up here towards the evening and night, and some thunderstorms over here, which is going to be the main concern. So yeah, that's going to be that future radar right there. So if we switch over to our CAPE here, we're going to have some convective available potential energy. That's what this stands for, CAPE. Think of it as storm fuel. We're going to have some of that instability, and we got a favorable environment out there. So we'll see how things kind of come together. So yeah, but yeah, we do got a favorable environment for potential tornadoes out there. So it's definitely something that we gotta be watching closely for potential tornadoes and stuff. So if we push up the future radar here, the HRRR future radar, you can see how favorable our environment could be out there. This is convective available potential energy. You can see we'll have some of that out there, as you can see right there. So environment is pretty favorable for potential tornadoes. And if we check out significant tornado parameter, let's check this out, SIGTOR. So it's a significant tornado parameter, as you can see here. Let's see what kind of levels we can have out there, because we could see a few strong tornadoes will be a potential out there today. So yeah, so like once again, make sure you're having alerts on, even while you're sleeping. Some of these storms could go into the overnight hours. So yeah, a few significant tornadoes will be a potential out there. So yeah, it's pretty much what's going on and everything. So just please make sure you're staying weather aware today if you live in any of these areas that could be seeing some severe weather today. And yeah, so yeah, severe weather continues into tomorrow. Okay, severe weather continues into tomorrow on Saturday, April 4th, okay? Still got some severe weather possible tomorrow, as you can see here. We got a marginal risk up here from parts of New York all the way down to Kentucky. So the Ohio Valley, we got to be watching for potential severe weather tomorrow on Saturday, April 4th, 2026. Got to be watching for potential severe weather. If we do check out our tornado risk here, there's going to be a potential that we could see a tornado. It's a lower probability, but we can't even rule a strong tornado up here in parts of Ohio. And then maybe a tornado down here in parts of eastern Texas and Oklahoma, though, too. So, yeah. It's for tomorrow and Saturday. Few tornadoes possible in those highlighted areas. And damaging winds is going to be the main concern tomorrow, especially in this 15% as the storms start to pop up. And then as you can see here, some hail is also going to be more of a smaller concern, as that system that's causing the severe weather today is going to move east. And then we're going to see it kind of get a little bit worse again as it goes over parts of the Ohio Valley. And I do think that they might connect this risk too. I think that we might need a connection right here between the risks, because we're gonna have still gonna have that line right there. So we'll see what happens with that. Then day 3, this is for Sunday, April 5th. We do have a chance for some severe weather in eastern North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, where a few scattered severe storms will be a potential. So yeah, that's what is going on with all the severe weather. So yeah, just make sure you're having alerts on and everything, and you'll be just fine. So yeah, that is what's going on with our severe weather potentials and everything like that. So we're going to have some excessive rainfall with this. Now, excessive rainfall is going to be a decent concern. I'm kind of concerned about the excessive rainfall, especially, though, for today from parts of northern Texas up towards Missouri. We got this slight risk of excessive rainfall. Then another one over here in eastern Iowa where some excessive rainfall is going to be a potential today. There's a slight risk of at least 15%. And that's that excessive rainfall chance by the WPC. So this is something to be watching. So just be aware for flooding, too. See here, we got this marginal risk for the excessive rainfall right there. Excessive rainfall does continue into tomorrow on Saturday. And then as we get into Sunday, we're having excessive rainfall chance in southern Texas, as we are going to have a little rain type of system come through, which I'll show you guys here. But we're going to have a little rain type of system. So, yeah, that's going to move through parts of southern Texas on Sunday, potentially causing some excessive rainfall that we got to be watching very closely. So, yeah, it's nothing crazy, though. It's just a marginal risk of excessive rainfall. And then we'll move into the Gulf and then move into Florida, potentially causing severe weather in Florida. But, yeah, that's going to be from April 5th to 7th and 8th, I think. So, yeah, we'll be watching that. But, again, it's nothing crazy, so... yeah, after all the severe weather, we're going to be getting into kind of a quiet type of thing. It's going to get pretty quiet in terms of severe weather. Potentially, as you can see, there's that little rain system that pops up down there with that excessive rainfall threat down there. Then we'll move into the Gulf eventually. Then eventually we'll go into Florida right there, as you can see in the Gulf. But yeah, as you can see, after that severe weather potential, it looks like the weather might calm down a little bit. But I wouldn't doubt a potential severe weather potential a potential for severe weather in the Midwest on around April 8th. So that's something to be watching. So yeah, but it looks like we might get a pretty big break in terms of severe weather here pretty soon. So yeah, and we got to be watching for potential fire weather in some of these areas today if you live in there. And then these areas tomorrow. But it looks like tomorrow's not a big fire weather day. And yeah, here's our temperature outlook here. And yeah, this is our climate prediction center outlook, where we could be seeing some above average precipitation temperatures inside these areas. That's all I got for you today. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Also, do you guys like my website? If anyone has checked out my website, I have on my YouTube posts. I do some weather stuff on there, which I actually enjoy updating it, so it will get updated every day. So you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.